Welcome to the most must-see YouTube channel. Welcome to Heels and Faces.
Heels and Faces.
I'm Falsetto.
Sub-Zero.
And the boys are back. The boys are back. This time around, we are reviewing the latest WWE pay-per-view called Stomping Grounds. Stomp it. I have no idea why they named that pay-per-view that, but we'll go along with it.
But I mean, you know, it was, I can actually even say this now, I quite enjoyed this pay-per-view.
Yeah, actually, it exceeded expectations. I can already give it a hot, and we're gonna delve into why right now. I think for me, what started really off was the actual kickoff show. So we had the triple threat match, Cruiserweight Championship. It was Drew Gulak versus Akira Tozawa versus the champion Tony Nese, man with 8 packs.
Bruh.
This match.
What they call himself, the powerhouse of the Cruiserweight division.
You know?
Mr. Tony Nese, man with the perfect bud.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this match to be that good.
Yeah, as well. I honestly didn't expect a title change as well. But hey, props to Drew Gulak, man. Like,
he deserves it. He did so well. And the crowd was hot. We were hot after that.
Dude.
Then we went on to the main show and we kicked off very strangely with Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans.
Man, why is that strange? You gotta kick off with the man. The man starts the show, ends the show.
Yeah. I wasn't quite sure because I mean, Becky Lynch, we know she's amazing. Lacey Evans is still starting off, so I wasn't sure about the match quality, but they put on quite a good match.
Yeah,
it was decent.
I mean, it was decent. I think I can't really say anything more than that, but I think Lacey is actually going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Just she needs something.
Yeah. I think she needs to still refine her skills a little bit more. But we know she's amazing on the mic, and they put on a decent match. Becky Lynch got the win at the end there. I was quite impressed, but we would see more of these women later on.
And then the next thing we actually got into was we got into the men. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Kane,
Cammy
versus your boys, the New Day. But man, my boys went down. But I can actually say Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn actually had a very good start to the match.
Yeah.
It was very high paced. They took out Big E. Xavier took 3 super kicks in the beginning of the match.
And he still kicked out. And he
still
took like a
kicked out.
splash as well.
Bruh.
It was crazy.
Shout out Xavier Woods PhD.
I actually felt, shout outs to him. I felt during this match that it was a tag team title worthy match. I was like, the intensity, the near falls towards the end, it was really epic. But it was a nice surprise to see KO and Sami win. But I think they also needed it as well. So
yeah. I mean, at least they were on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Moving on to what we call one of the main events of this Stomping Ground.
Yeah.
One and only Ricochet, bro.
Versus Samoa Joe.
Joe.
US title. As soon as this was announced, I was very excited.
Same,
it was gonna go down.
But what I didn't like about what they were saying during the match was that this was his first title opportunity in WWE.
Singles. They said first singles title opportunity, which is right. Yeah. In WWE, I look WWE and NXT separate things.
But
as we've seen Viking Raiders.
But definitely congratulations to Ricochet. He put on an absolute clinic. His finisher, I have to say, is a thing.
That 630 is actually absolutely amazing.
If he hits it, we got a new champion. 630.
But what I really enjoyed about this match as well is the fact that he was selling so well as well.
Yeah.
He was taking a lot of hits from Samoa Joe and just the way his body would flop and react.
Exactly.
He was really doing well. So I really like that aspect that it's not just about the offense that he puts on, but even the punishment he takes. He makes you feel like, hey, he's going through the absolute So I'm very happy with this. I wasn't expecting them to go for him to get the win.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm keen to see what happens from here.
Yeah. Next up on the card, we had the Planet's champions defending their tag team titles against against Heavy Machinery. Of course, I'm talking about Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. And what was really surprising for me in this match is that Daniel was sort of the hometown favorite because we were in Tacoma, Washington. I had no idea where Tacoma was. My first time hearing it.
Oh, but I just heard Saxton saying it was within the same region. It's in Washington, right?
Yeah,
so it's not too far from Aberdeen.
Howdy, boy.
It does sound like a redneck city.
Yeah,
Aberdeen.
Bruh. But what was really impressive about this as well was the crowd. They were so hot for Daniel Bryan and they just sustained for the rest of the night.
And I think at some point they were even booing Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, they were.
I was
actually.
like,
what? We were seeing signs of like the old Daniel Bryan as well, like with the yes kicks and the yes chants, Daniel Bryan. It was an electric atmosphere.
You know, that actually speaks to the quality of Daniel Bryan as a performer. To actually see the crowd reacting
and switch it up.
And switch it up. Apart from doing his hellish tactics, exactly. Normal.
Yeah, but shout outs to Heavy Machinery as well. I thought they did very well. The moves that they pulled off, Tucker and Otis, they did very well. Otis, Mr.
Wiggles Dozovich.
Wiggle.
Did you actually see his face off between him and Rowan?
Oh yeah, actually that was a moment.
And there's the thing, Wiggles, bruh, you are strong. Like he's really strong. He actually, Rowan threw himself at him and he actually just caught him in the air.
Yeah, he's bloody strong. Now that match was quite impressive, but the Planet's champions, they retained. Right decision, I 100% agree with that.
No doubt about
and SmackDown didn't stop from there. Then we had the SmackDown tag team titles on the line. Oh no, SmackDown women's titles, sorry, on the line.
How dare you? How dare you? You get the goddess wrong, man.
I'll let you take this away then.
Oh my god.
How's the match for you?
The goddess!
The match, not Alexa.
Oh. My bad. Okay, the match was alright, but the goddess was always fine.
Yeah, I actually felt this whole pay-per-view was so amazing. This was one of the least spectacular matches. But the feud, the video package, it was epic. They showed the jabs where Alexa was tuning Bailey. It was solid.
I love that actually. I mean, this was building up even before Super Showdown. Even.
True.
And I like the fact that they took their time with it. Yeah. And now it's showing another side of Bailey as well. You know, that she's not just a hugger anymore, but she's also actually can get it done in the ring.
I was very happy that she retained, of course, beating Alexa, even though we had some outside shenanigans with Nikki Cross. That's an interesting partnership, her and Alexa, but Bailey overcame. So I was very happy with that. Yeah.
Okay. Moving along, we had Battle of the Powerhouses now, of course. So we had Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns.
With Shane McMahon, of course. The best in the world! How did you find the match?
The match was actually not too bad. It was actually not too bad.
Solid.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, Drew and Roman actually are actually a very good pairing. Even going back to WrestleMania, these guys, they put on a very good match. Yeah. But I like the element of Shane here because I actually thought they were going to screw Roman over.
Yeah.
So
there were points where it was like, hey, is Roman going to lose back-to-back pay-per-view matches?
Exactly.
Which was inconceivable, actually. But I really liked some key spots here where Roman did that hectic dive. I think that's the best dive I've ever seen.
Exactly.
We've seen this too. Incoming. Roman Reigns, big dog, strong.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Over the top rope.
Over the top rope, onto Shane. That was so dope. I like the submission maneuvers that Drew was using at a point. Just had him Roman. And they're big, man. They're big and tall guys.
Exactly.
For them to be doing this and knows what Daniel Bryan.
You just expected a ground and pound match.
Yeah. So those elements for me, I like the fact that even though we've seen this at WrestleMania, it felt like a different match. So and like you mentioned, Shane was around, so doing his shenanigans. But in the end, spear. 1, 2, 3, Roman Reigns. Yeah, I was happy with that.
But obviously, you know, this doesn't end there. We saw in the backstage segment, Monday Night Raw, we're going to have a handicap match between the two, but we'll see what happens there.
Next up, we had the world title matches coming up. It was quite nice that the two biggest titles were the last two matches.
Exactly. It was actually new. I mean, it's different. We haven't seen WWE actually do that in a while. So whoever booked Stomping Grounds,
I'm feeling it's Triple H because Triple H was even, they showed us backstage when he was congratulating Ricochet as well. So who knows? And the fact that this pay just went so smoothly. It wasn't too long.
Exactly.
Yeah. But world title, WWE title.
And still your WWE World Heavyweight Champion! Kof once again defeats
Dolph. It should have been me.
It will never be you.
Kofi didn't say that, but yeah.
Oh man, oh you gotta love it. Kofi Kingston once again. Wow. This was actually such a good cage match.
Yeah, I really liked it as well.
And I noticed you said this earlier on before off camera, of course. But it was different from the normal cage matches, man. Like these guys were actually very technical in the ring. And I mean, obviously expected from the two. You wouldn't expect just a bloody match essentially. Yeah. And I mean, they're very technically gifted, and they were just chowing each other's legs. So the finish was actually
Kofi diving out of the cage door as Dolph was about to scramble out there.
Right.
It was a very unique finish. And I liked that sort of reminding us that Kofi is very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Athletic.
He's
innovative.
Thank you. Hey, for Kev, yep. But yeah, I mean, we know him from ladder matches and rumble matches. He used to do some epic stuff, but would never get the big win. Now he's doing the stuff, but actually keeping the title. So it was quite a nice moment for that. I enjoyed that, And then we moved on over to the main event now. We had the Universal Championship match, Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. And of course, the caveat here was that we had a special guest referee that was going to be picked by Corbin. And who was it?
The lady.
The
sassy Southern Belle. Who would have guessed? Now, obviously, the interesting part to that is that Seth is actually dating Becky Lynch now. So the sassy Southern Belle got beaten by Becky Lynch earlier on in the night.
So what did she decide to do? So now she's coming to screw over Becky. In
hell has no fury.
Like a woman scorned. But it was quite clever because, I mean, in the build-up to Stomping Grounds, Seth Rollins was beating people with the chair. Anyone, if you even think of becoming a ref, next thing now, Lacey Evans is there. He can't touch her. So, but what I really enjoyed about this is that throughout the match, Lacey Evans was doing some shenanigans with the ref, not doing proper counts, all of that, making it no DQ, all of those things. But the whole time you were expecting Becky to come, and Becky wasn't coming. It built. Then eventually, the man came through. Man comes around. It was quite dope. Yeah.
I really enjoyed this match as well, man. And apart from that, the shenanigans itself, I mean, I feel Seth and Baron always put on a fairly decent. They always put on decent matches.
There was a risk though at the beginning. It was a bit boring, and there was a risk of them losing us and the fans. The fans were chanting all sorts of things. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, whatever. But they won us back, and I think the insertion of Becky Lynch was really critical there. And in the end, the man saved Seth Rollins. her man. And the two champs, they still retained their title. So it was quite dope.
Quite a nice ending off to Stomping Grounds. The man and her man.
Enough for them to get face of the night, do you think? Or
not enough for me. No, I'm sorry.
There's only one.
There can only be one. And only.
We're cheesy. Ricochet, I think he deserves
hands down
face of the night.
Hands down.
His performance was just absolutely amazing, and his first singles title in WWE. So he deserves it. And the whole moment backstage, I really enjoyed that as well. Heel of the night, who would you give it to?
Baron and Lacey.
In combination.
Like they should share this one. I mean, just the sheer shock factor that Baron actually chose Lacey Evans. I was like, it's gonna go down. And all Lacey shenanigans as well in the match. Heelish things.
And match of the night, who would you give it to?
I mean, my boy, Ricochet
versus
Joe.
It's hard to deny that. I think the cage match was really good as well. And the vast number of matches were really good. But I think, the US title match, it was proper.
That was like the highlight. It was memorable. And I don't know.
No doubt about it.
Can't say anything more about that. My boy Ricochet.
So overall, Stomping Grounds gets a heart. Definitely. I think they really surprised us. We thought it would be like a nothing pay-per-view. And it was just rematches really from Super Showdown. But I think the pacing of the pay-per-view, the booking of the matches, it was dope. So now I'm really keen to see what are they going to do from here. So shout out to WWE for once who are actually praising you from start to finish. And Brock didn't cash in. What?
I'm very happy about that.
Because I was expecting it. I thought
he has a year.
He's got a year, but it's Sunday. It was a Sunday this time. Woo! But that's been the Super Showdown. That's been the Stomping Grounds review done by us, of course. Falsetto,
Sub-Zero.
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe all our videos.
And then we'll
see you in the next one.
Bye!